What's up, everybody? It's Rod again, coming to you from Diaspora Kicking the Bobo. Hey, what's up? Why don't you do me a favor? Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share. It's just a click for you, but it means a lot for me and the people that works with me in my video. We like to see that people are watching because we believe that we have something to say. We have really something to say. It's not gossip, it's the truth. And we want you to share it with someone else if you like it. Because we believe that we're going somewhere. And we believe that what we're trying to do for the world and for the African diaspora is bring us all together. Whether it's going to be 5 years from now or 100 years from now, there will be somebody talking from Diaspora Kicking the Bobo. It's what we do. It's what we do well. And we're going to continue with it for years and years to come. What we're going to be talking about right now is different types of relationship that's in the African diaspora. The African diaspora, we tend to love the people and not the object. We love that contact that we have with people. I'm not talking about a relationship that with like a girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, and wife, but I'm talking about the total relationship. We love people. It's not the object with us. For the others, it's the object. For us, it's that relationship, it's that contact, it's that touch that we tend to give towards others. When you're dealing with relationships, there are different types of relationships. There are the relationship that you have with your mother. There are relationships that you have with your father. There are relationships that you have with your brothers and sisters. There are relationships that you have with your children. And then there are relationships that you have with your spouse. And all of them are different. Somebody might say to you, oh, you love your mother better than you love me, or more than you love me. That sounds crazy because the love that I have for my mother is totally different from the love that I have for my wife. Two different types of love. The love that I have for my sisters is totally different from the love that I have for my mother. The love that I have for my children is totally different from the love that I have for my father. They are different. They never will be the same. There are certain things I want to do with my wife that I don't want to do with my mother. I'm telling you that right now. You see what I'm saying? So it's a different thing. So that mutual respect has to come from the rest of the family. You being the object of that whole relationship, no matter who you are, you have to understand that I have to keep each of them in their place. I can't let mom act like my wife. I can't let my wife act like she's my mom. I can't let my children act like they're my parents. There's something that goes on in Walt Disney right now where every time you watch a sitcom from Walt Disney, you have the children teaching the parents. The father is a buffoon, the mother is this great scholar, and the kids are always teaching the dad a lesson. They make the men look totally bad. That's why I don't watch it. And back in those days, I wouldn't even let my children watch it. Because I say, your dad is not a buffoon. I'm the leader of this family. I'm the head of this household. And I ain't stupid. I'm not a dummy, as though what Walt Disney do. I used to just sit back there and I go, wow. Every time I look up, the father is taught a lesson, either by the mom or by the children. He's always wrong. My God, a bunch of man hating there. You have to understand, once you get married, your wife comes first. Here's what's gonna trip a lot of y'all out. Yes, he or she comes before your children and your mother and father. As a wise man said, once a man and a woman comes together, they become one. I didn't say it, I'm just quoting you what a wise man said. And that twain becomes one. You're separate, but you're one. She gotta have your back, you gotta have her back. I remember one time my mother was finna get in the car, and my wife, who was then my girlfriend, was finna get in the car. And I'm sitting here, and I'm like, uh-oh, somebody's gonna sit in the front seat. You know what my wife did? She opened the car door for my mom to sit in the front seat. And I went, uh-oh. Then my mom looked at her and said, no, baby, this is your spot. And my mom got in the back seat. My mother knew her place. Yes, she did. My mother and my wife got along for 30 years before she passed a month ago. My mother knew her place. My wife knew her place. She didn't try to act like my mom, and my mom did not try to act like my wife. If I say, well, Mom, I want to go do this, do that, she'll always say, did you check with Jacqueline? As a matter of fact, my dad did the same thing. As a matter of fact, my friends say, well, we want to go to this comedy show, man. You might want to let your wife know that you're going. I was like, what are you talking about, man? I'm a grown man. But you know what? They were smart. They knew if there was going to be peace in my household for me to hang with them, they got to make sure they was all right with my wife. It wasn't about somebody telling me what to do and me asking. But I'm going to tell you this right here, men. You should always tell somebody where you're going, and that person should be your wife. Wife, you should always tell somebody where you're going, and that person should be your wife. Don't let them children split you up. Children will break up a relationship. Oh, yes, they will. Not knowing what they're doing, they will break up a relationship. And you'll be sitting there lonely because your children were selfish. Sitting there, because they want you all to themselves. I'm not going to say rightfully so, but that's how children are. They want you for themselves. Then one day when you're old and they're going to say, hey, remember that guy named John you used to date? He was all right. And then you look at them like, yeah, but you chased him away. You lied on him. You did this and you did that. So now you're telling me that none of that stuff happened? They won't even remember. And you got rid of a man that you loved and liked, or a woman that you loved and liked because of your children. Let me tell you something. There was a man that once told me, he said every single day he would go visit his girlfriend, who was now his wife. And her son would always sit between them, interfere in their relationship. And this little boy was 5 years old because he was only used to it being him and his mom. One day, he looks at me and he says, man, that little kid is everywhere. And I'd be like, man, she needs to put him to sleep when I come home. I said, well, what's your intentions towards him? He said, I want to be my wife one day. And I said, well, he's going to be a part of that. I said, well, he's a little kid. And right now, he thinks you're going to take his mama from him. You are the adult. You know you don't want to take his mama from him. You want to share his mama with him. But he don't think that way. So what you're going to have to do is find a way to get in there. Say, because you know what? You arguing with a 5-year-old every day, man, that's kind of weird. And not a right thing to do. You arguing with a 5-year-old, man. Quit arguing with that 5-year-old. So he went in for the next 2 months. He'd go over there, talk to the 5-year-old. Every time that they went out, he took the 5-year-old with him, because I would always say, hey man, where are you going where that kid can't go? He'd go, well, we don't drink. I said, well, then take the kid with you, because you're always having a hard time finding a babysitter anyway. Have to beg somebody to keep the kid. So he started taking the kid with him. It got to the point where everywhere they went, the 5-year-old was with him. After 2 months, you know what the 5-year-old kid was doing? He wasn't sitting in between them. As a matter of fact, he would sit on this side of my friend and push him towards his now wife, pressing their face together to kiss, because he no longer felt threatened, because he felt that he was a part of this relationship too. Because if you can't make them kids feel that they are part of the relationship, they're gonna rebel and they're gonna break some stuff up. Because in the end, if she's a good woman or a good mom, she's gonna choose them over you. I got suspicions of a woman that would choose a man over their kids. You ain't got nothing coming from me. But that tells me about you. When you're dealing with your friends in a relationship, keep people out of your relationship. Nobody knows about your relationship like you do. Why are you always asking the girl to give you advice about your relationship that can't keep a man? Girl, tell me about this and tell me about that. How come this? How come that? She ain't kept a man over 4 days. And you guys, how you gonna ask a guy that's messing around with Lisa, Sheila, whoever about a woman? He don't know. How you gonna do that? Keep people out of your business. And you all need to sit down and discuss everything yourself. I know, dude, I've been married for 35 years. 35. I've been married so long that some of y'all say y'all had a fight. I'd be like, man, y'all ain't had no fight yet. You keep living and keep getting married. You'll see what a real fight is. When you stick together, stop asking people, especially your friends. Keep them out your relationship. They don't know what's going on in your household. Can't nobody handle your wife like you can. Can't nobody handle your husband like you can. You know them the best. You're the one that sleeps with them 365 days of the year. How you gonna ask somebody to see them once a month? And women, when you are fighting, arguing with your husband, and you calling your mama, and you calling your daughter, not your daughter, but your friends and sisters, and you telling them everything that's going on in your relationship, do you know what impression they get of them? They get this impression right here, that he's a bad guy, because every time you talk to him, you telling them about the argument that you had, and then they stop liking him, and he wondering why they don't like him, because everything you done said, you ain't told them none of the good things that he did. All they heard was the bad things. So now they dislike him and they hate him. They don't want to be around him. They're trying to talk you into breaking up with him and leave him. And he knows what they're doing, but he don't know that you done told them all this other crap about them. So now he hates them and he don't like them. So there's friction. And there's always going to be friction until you keep everything to yourself. And stop telling people your business. And ladies and gentlemen, stay out of people's bedrooms. Quit telling people what you are doing to each other in the bedroom. Because if you like it, somebody else likes it. You telling your boy what your girl doing in the bedroom, he's sitting there like, okay, yeah. You telling your man what your girl, what your girl is doing, she's like, oh, wow, okay, yeah, sounds good to me. That causes problems. That causes issues. Look, what I'm trying to say is it should be you and him. And nobody else. Y'all should be ride or die, sticking together. And quit going to these pastors trying to get marital advice, because pastors, some of their relationships ain't together either. They like to get in your business and tell you what to do. And then next thing you know, y'all at the altar saying, Lord, forgive me, because y'all have done something stupid. We're going to be talking about relationships a lot. Not all the time, but a lot. But what I want you to do, I want you to hit the like, share, subscribe, and the bell. And like I said before, hey, look, it's just pressing a button to you, but it would mean a whole lot to me and my people who works on my videos with me. Because we need more viewers so we can discuss this business idea that I have. All right? Peace.